Ocean Drive's films on Thursdays with Eclipse Cinemas Bundoran, flying high to bring you the best films in Ireland. Eclipse Cinema.
And joining us on Zoom is our man at the movies, Collie McFadden. Collie, very happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year. It's great to be back. I can't believe they haven't found us out for yet another year, Shamey. They're still letting us do this.
How many years now?
It was 2013, but we won't say it too loud.
No, we won't say that.
It's a few minutes, What was, and I did say this to when Shane was filling in for you so ably just before, I was going, we really thought it was a couple of weeks. We really did,
I thought it'd be over.
Got to the end of the year. It seemed like a good idea, bit of fun. It'll kill a few minutes. And now here we still are. And, as excited about it as ever, or at least I am. I hope you are too.
I am, yeah, absolutely.
We've got a big year ahead of us, but also today, of course, I presume, you're back to work, you're busy again. And of course, being Nullag na man, you have to go home then and do all the housework and chores.
Because I did that before I left.
Oh, you did that anyway. You did that anyway. You're a modern man, Seamus. Who lives that? I would like to say I'm very pleased that in the cinema today, House of Gucci and West Side Story were free to all women because it was Nullag the man. So that was not bad. Notice I'm saying this now after the movie has been shown, not before.
I didn't see that anywhere.
Yeah, but there you go. Well, our Facebook page is always good. And actually, it's quite apt that the movie today we're talking about, even though it doesn't come out till tomorrow, is, very much a women-led movie. It's called The 355, I think, because they never really say the title. It could be The 355, but I think it's The 355. And I actually think they say the title in the trailer. But it's kind of a superhero agent. The big tag on it is by the people who brought you Jason Bourne. But I suppose, Jamie, will we start off, as we usually do, with the clip to kind of give people a taste? And then I'll tell you what I thought of The 355 that I watched early today.
Remember that story that they told us about in training?
About George Washington's first female spy during the Revolution. They called her Agent 355 because they didn't want the world to know her real name. But her legacy lives on. We're the top agents from around the world. American, British, German, Colombian, Chinese.
But now we have a common enemy. They can start World War III from simple reach of their keyboard. So we need to join forces. It's like half the CIA's most wanted.
Always such a tough guy.
I'm not an agent, I'm a therapist.
They thought I would give you my secrets.
Do you have secrets? We put ourselves in danger so that others are not.
I'll handle the guns.
Are you in therapy?
I should be.
You're the best in the world at what you do.
You have cameras in your jewelry, comms in your earrings.
You bump, I grab.
The target is on the move.
You're not going in there alone.
We go together. I have a family. I cannot do this anymore.
The bad guys are out there right now. You go home. You bring them with you. Are you under control?
Are you?
No.
Black cars, all black, everything.
I've got 4 more agents out on the street.
I counted 6, but thanks for the tip.
I like the new team.
We're the 355.
Angels. No.
Yeah. Well, what's funny about that is, because of course I said, I'm not sure which it is, and they said the trailer. But because I knew I was going to see it, I try and avoid the trailers because a lot of trailers give too much away, right? Yeah. But I had kind of seen a few previews and read some stuff about it, right? And I kind of looked at it, right? Kind of what you said there. You went, Charlie's Angels, kind of, there's going to be silly dialogue. It's obviously funded from all over Europe, China, and America. There's going to be some sort of magic box that they're trying to get that's going to take over the world. There's going to be double crossing. It's going to be a ludicrous plot. There's no reviews allowed until today, right? Just before it came on air, the newspapers have the reviews. Yeah. It's out in the week just after the Christmas holidays. Everything about this says this is going to be a stinker, right? That's what everything says. So
don't tell anybody. Yeah,
imagine my surprise by 20 minutes in when I was going, I'm really enjoying this. Now, I know, I was surprised too. And Shamey, I swear on everything that's dear to me, although Man United are so rubbish anyway, what difference would it make? But I am not just praising the product. I really thought I'm not going to enjoy this, and I'm going to have to sound enthusiastic on the radio later, and I'm not going to enjoy this. And there was a big chase scene, and I went, oh, that's good. And it was Diane Kruger who plays the German agent, and I was going, oh, that's really fun. And then the English agent gets involved, and then the American, and then Penelope Cruz, who I'm fairly certain is actually Spanish, but is playing a Colombian. And so all these agents. Now, having said all that, the plot is ludicrous. There is, of course, a magic box that can control every computer in the world. Now, they always have these things in movies, but they don't have the same Wi-Fi we have in the Northwest. They couldn't control us, I reckon, most days when the kids aren't in school. But they can, the double crosses happen. And the only downside, the reason that it's like a 3.5-star movie rather than a 4-star movie is, you've seen it all before with the plot-wise and so on. But what's different about this, even though it makes about as much sense as a Fast and Furious movie, is you really like the 5 main women in it. They're really charismatic. They're really interesting.
Right.
They are a bit, typical super agent stuff. But on the other hand, because they're all really good actresses. I think there's like 4 of them have at least been nominated for Oscars. I think actually they've all won an Oscar for supporting or whatever. So they're really good actors. So even when they're doing the dodgy, oh yes, this box is going to take over the world sort of stuff, you go, yeah, I'm buying it. Because Jessica Chastain's saying it. So I'm all right with this. The action is great. Now, what's our magic word that we said all last year, and we're going to say all this year? It's about 25 minutes too long.
Too long.
Like every movie you ever see. But still, that didn't really matter. I like the fact that when the Spanish characters are talking to their Spanish family, they speak Spanish. German speaks German. Subtitles, we can read them. It's fine. And it makes them a bit more realistic. Realistic,
Jason Bourne type of.
Exactly. It's a bit more on the gritty side, even though the stunts and so on, you go, yeah, that's not going to happen. And there's a few scenes that you go, this Jessica Chastain is playing a super agent. She is brilliant at fighting. She's brilliant at running, chasing. There's no way she's wearing those heels. No agent would wear those heels. They would wear flats. Absolutely. Because Diane Kruger, she's wearing boots. Of course she's wearing boots because she's going to kick fellas in the head all over the place. But actually, and maybe it is the time of year. Maybe it is the right time of year. We're all a bit full of turkey. We're all a bit fed up with the situation and kind of, we don't quite have freedom the way we did and so on. Maybe just an escapist, leave your brain at home, but not equally. It doesn't totally insult your intelligence. It is nonsense. Obviously it's nonsense, but not in the, some things you go, come on. Whereas this one, they just went, okay, I'm going with it because you guys are fun. Now, at the end, it's kind of set up for a sequel. And I was going, I'm in if there's a sequel. But I would like them to, that half an hour that they're going to cut out, maybe just come up with a slightly more original story. But other than that, just great bum-kicking fun. Great fun.
Yeah. So what you're looking at here, this is going to sell in a lot of different territories.
Absolutely. And I'm sure there's a cut of it. So the Chinese star, I'm sure, is in it a little bit more in the version you'll see in China. I'm sure Diane, her name's Bing Bing Fan. She's really good, actually. And Diane Kruger, I'm sure, is in it there's a little bit more German in that one. I'm sure the US version has a little bit more Jessica Chastain, maybe a little bit more dubbing. But still, that's the future of movies, and it's okay with me. It's better than, I love my Disney movies, but of the movies coming out in the next 2 months, about 3/4 of them are Disney, and that can't be healthy for everything that the same people are making the same movies, because you run out of ideas. It's one of the reasons, in the radio station, to always have some fresh staff behind the scenes coming in. Somebody to go, do you know what? I know that really works, but wouldn't it be great to try something else? Because otherwise, we're all just talking the air. We might just do the same thing. Says he, 8 years into doing the same review. But you get what I mean.
A review is a review.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is coming anyway? What's catching your eye?
Next week, we've got Scream, and we've got the new Guillermo del Toro movie, Nightmare Alley, which I'm a big fan of his. A lot of people remember The Shape of Water and so on. But I think the big one in January is Belfast. Yes. Kenneth Branagh's movie, Belfast. It's already nominated for all the awards. It's going to win lots of awards, really.
You haven't seen this, no?
No, I still haven't
You
seen it.
haven't had
I
a
know
preview.
there are some previews and stuff like that, but I've stayed away from it because I want to see it on the big screen. And the other thing is the amount of people who said to me, I never knew Kenneth Branagh was from Belfast. Because I suppose in the 80s, he was the epitome of the sort of British actor, lovey, doing, I was trying to remember by Henry V, cry forth for England and Prince Harry, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff.
He's a big Nordy head on him and very proud of his roots there and very proud to make a sort of a grown-up, affectionate movie about this and about why his family decided to leave, even though it's not a biography, but it's strongly based on his family. And they were a Protestant family, but I know there's a lot of intermarriage with Catholics and so on. They just found it was difficult. They weren't involved in the Troubles, but everyone was involved in the Troubles.
So when is that open?
That's open on the 21st of January. And I really think that's going to be a really big one. And I think like Bond, it's going to stay around for ages. Or one of the movies you were asking me about off air, which you haven't caught up with, was West Side Story. And if you remember, maybe the last time we were on, I was saying I was a bit disappointed that it hadn't done great. Spider-Man was such a behemoth. It was enveloping everything. But lots of people who I thought might come out to see West Side Story really didn't. The last couple of weeks, I know it was holidays as well. Maybe people were just waiting for the holidays. But it's done better in week 4 and 5 than it has in the previous weeks. And House of Gucci, for similar reasons, kind of came back. Because lots of people have said, look, it was holidays and COVID and everything. We didn't get a chance to see it. And I'm now going to see it now. So that's really nice because I know everyone's got, you all got your fancy iPads and phones for Christmas and so on. But there's nothing quite like the big screen, Jamie.
There's not. No, you got a special on Monday.
So Monday, speaking of movies coming back, and I actually didn't see it. I was actually sick when I was out. Is Spencer? Spencer's coming back. That's going to be a big awards contender. I think it might be the best actress actually, and it's only $4.50 on Monday, so I'm looking forward to that. And then we're going to be getting into the season of lots of new movies and lots of good value, and hopefully some mad Nullig the Man style deals as well. But sure, as long as we have a bit of crack on a Thursday, Jamie.
Tell people about those deals. You need to be keeping them to yourself.
But
what are you doing on the lads' day? When are you doing the lads' day? That's what I want to know.
Well, I might if you just behave yourself.
You never know. Hey, we're going to wrap it up. Look, it's great to see you. Happy New Year, bud.
Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to everyone who attended the cinemas. Not just ours, everyone.